And I guess the first thing I wanted to ask is, how did you actually come across Credit Connection?
I think it was just a random phone call we received. I think it was, and I just happened to answer the phone.
We don't normally answer phones unless they're in our contact book.
Yeah.
Or they leave a message. If they leave a message, we'll bring them back.
It's meant to be.
It's just a random call that I happened to answer.
So what struck you? What was it about that call and that conversation that decided to make you take action and meet with us?
Just the potential of reducing so many years off of their house loan.
Yeah. Okay.
Pay it off quicker.
It's good,
Save
isn't
a lot
it?
on interest.
Because what was your home loan at when we first met?
It was around 220,000, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And do you remember how many years you had left to pay?
We'd not long refinanced to that there, so I think we're back up to about that 27-year mark if we stuck to the original.
Yeah.
The original repayments, but we were paying a little more off, so I think we'd estimated it to be about 23 years
left. Refinancing is often sold as a really great strategy to reduce your interest rate, but it's not always the best strategy, is it, for actually reducing your home loan, because it takes you back to the beginning again of that 30-year loan. Yeah. So not always the right strategy. So you had about 23, 24 years left. And once you joined the mortgage reduction program, what were the predictions that you're now able to pay your home loan off in? How many years have we been able to reduce it to?
When we first signed up and went through our estimates, I think our estimated time of finish come back at around 7 years.
7 years.
7 to 7.5 years.
That's amazing. Awesome. And I think, and how much do you think you're going to save in interest repayments?
About 45,000, I think. 45, yeah.
Is the $45,000 saving or the potential nearly 17 years, 18 years savings more important? I'm curious.
The time, I think, is a bit more.
Isn't it? Yeah. Nice to know that in like 7 years' time, you can be completely mortgage free.
Yeah.
What was the hardest part about joining the program?
Finding a car park down there to get into the office. We got boxed in.
Oh, like if that's your worst problem, mate, you're doing well. Okay, well, I'll take that. There wasn't anything too tricky at all. Nice answer.
Yeah.
Were you afraid? Were you skeptical? Like when we said to you, "Oh, you can pay this off in 7 years," did you believe it?
At first, no. We thought it was a bit of a sales gimmick, but once we'd actually sat down and shown how to go about it and the steps involved in that, it was like, oh, okay, this is pretty doable.
Yeah. So do you think you're going to achieve that set, getting it paid off in that 7 years?
I reckon we'd be pretty close to it. I reckon we'd be pretty close to it if we don't buy another house before then.
How important? Well, that's not a bad thing. That's good. That's a good thing. So
yeah.
So if you see that you can achieve this in that time frame, what difference does that make to your financial futures? Because you're both still relatively young, and to think that you're going to be paid off in 7 years, what does that do? How does that make your financial future look?
Well, it does open us up to other potential ideas. But in general, if we do want to get a second property, once it's paid off there, then we'll be debt free for that there. Then we'll have the means to be able to go and get another loan. Or if we don't do that, then Well, that money then just goes into our account, and then we can use that to start going on holidays or
Yeah.
blow it
So
on whatever.
question then, that leads me into another question. Have you actually had to change your lifestyle and your spending habits because you've joined the program?
No,
Not really, no.
no,
It's good. So it's not 2-minute noodles or anything.
no. Everything's just stayed the same. It's just being smarter about doing it and how it's set up.
Do you think you're more aware of where your money goes now?
Definitely a lot more aware.
Yeah. I think one of the things that I most notice is that people become very, very aware and very conscious of where their money goes. And it just kind of highlights how we are so uneducated around money in this country. So I think the education process is a really important one. And how have you found the support from the Credit Connection team in implementing it and running it?
The support has been very good. We do receive monthly calls to go through step by step with the entering the budget into the spreadsheet. So there's someone on the phone helping us to do that, or
just a random call from Brett or that going, hey, how you going? Are you how you going with it? Are you all good? Got any questions? Do you need help? Yeah. Good
And
getting those random calls.
It's kind of like having my analogy is that the success of this program is really around, I think, having that, that coach that kind of holds you accountable and keeps you on track. It's, Tiger Woods didn't get to be the greatest golfer in the world by not having a coach. So, and that's kind of the way we see our role once we've done all the setup and everything, is then to be there beside you to go, hey, But I know, I spoke to, Garrett and Brett before meeting today, and they said that you're implementing everything perfectly. You're doing everything absolutely as you should. So there's no reason that you shouldn't achieve that 7-year goal and saving that $45,000. So well done to both of you. Congratulations. I'm really excited. I really love having young families join and be on board, because I can promise you this will change so many things in your life. So I look forward to many, 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 many years of working with you. So thank you very much for having a chat to us today and for rushing home, Liz.
That's all right.